Well, welcome back. We just got done loading up 30 round bales of straw. We're moving a lot of bales right now. At least the rest of the straw here, it's all sold. So we just gotta, when he gets time and space, we'll be delivering the rest of it. We got the truck back there. We just loaded up 30. I think I got 40 bales of hay, big squares that need delivered. Another 5 that need delivered. So a lot's gonna be moving. We're gonna get some space. And this is a really nice area. I can kind of park some wagons or equipment around, which will be really nice. And then when we got some of the big squares of hay, we can put some equipment in the barn. So all in all, really excited to start getting some space back and making some money. So that's also a good feeling. Well, I never like to waste a trip. We were going right past the feed mill. We had our sow feed mixed up, so we got 1 ton of sow feed. That didn't really hold very well, but get that unloaded now. Barn's pretty full. Hopefully we can start getting some hay moved and sold. We're gonna be getting our batch of broiler chickens in soon, so we need to get these bales moved out so we can get them in. They'll start in the garage first under heat lamp, but in about 2 to 3 weeks from now, we'll need access to that area behind the big squares there. Fun part is we're gonna have to pull a bag out every couple days, throw it in a truck, and haul it out to the woods. But it's kind of peaceful out there. It's nice seeing the hogs out on wood lot. Really excited to get the barn back. Our goats are on the left side of that, so we get between the manger right there and these. It's a real bear doing chores, but we're going to be loading out 24 right now. If they have time and I have time, we might end up loading all 40 of their bales out here today and delivering them. They're only about 15 miles away, so this should be pretty quick. Hopefully we can get both loads out today. A little custom hauling.
What's an area of contention?
We got a 60-foot auger we're taking up to Ann Arbor, Michigan today. Hauled a shipping container last week. It's been a busy week. We're hauling straw, we're hauling hay. We're doing custom hauling. There's the old starter, we got it out. The new one does look like it's the same, so we got cheap Amazon special on it. It is a Bosch starter, so hopefully we're all right. And neighbors decided they were gonna use our lane on our property, so we might go park some wagons out there, be passive aggressive, because they cost me thousands of dollars and a lot of grief this spring by not letting me use the lane, but then they think they can use mine without talking to me, without any right-of-ways. I don't know, I try to be a nice guy. I'm just tired of getting pushed around. I think after we get the starter in, we're gonna go put some wagons out on my lane. But we'll get stuff fixed first, maybe cool down. I'm not a super happy camper right now with everything. Let's get this one in there. There we go. You gonna help me, Luke? I don't think I need your help. Oh, hi, buddy. You got small hands. You want to do it? The problem is you can't get a ratchet in. There's no room. I don't think a ratcheting wrench will work either, so you just do a wrench and take forever. And there's just enough grime on them threads. You're not going to get them very far by hand. What are you doing, kid? So this one's always been starting, so hopefully this will fix it. It's been going on for a little while. I've just been dragging my feet until it just stops starting altogether. So all right, well that one did tighten up. All right, got a little stubby, and now we can have fun. And maybe we'll get some video moving some wagons around, get them out of the yard. I was gonna wait to move them until we knew we were done for the season, and we still might be done for the season. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be doing much more hay. I'm hoping this rain gets us a little growth on some fields, but we'll see. But no, I treat folks with respect, and I don't seem to get it back from certain people, and I try to be a good neighbor and treat folks right, but it's just tough sometimes when you buy a property, beginning part, you know, a young guy trying to get something going for his family, and people kind of do what they can to impede that opportunity for you and make it more difficult than it already needs to be. Because what we did when we bought this, we had a couple washouts in the field, suck holes from tile that collapsed, and we had to park at the road and walk at least a half mile, if not 3/4 of a mile, to get to that, carrying a shovel, carrying a chunk of tile. My saws, all the tools we need, we put in the stroller and push that out 3/4 of a mile with all our tools and everything to go fix that, because we can't drive to it because we didn't have a lane in the woods yet, and we couldn't use the existing lane through the neighboring property, and they wouldn't let us through. But now they can drive their gravity wagons across mine, and it just doesn't sit well with me that people can kind of disrespect us the way they have and create way more work than there needs to be for us, but yet they can keep trespassing, which I don't know. I'm not trying to get cops involved. I'm not going to go that far, but it just, some stuff don't sit right. Please don't lose those, bud. We're going to set them up here. Okay. Yep. Okay, Luke. Now we need to just, it looks like that one wire came out, so we're going to fix that. Don't judge me. We got wire nuts in here. I don't have time to do it quite right. This should work. But you can hear them in the background. I don't know how often you get a video of them. They're cutting beams. So. I'll need another wire nut, and I don't think I have any with me, so.
I know.
Let's go home. Unless we got some in the truck.
I do.
Well, we're about ready to try this out here. We did move some wagons because I didn't want them driving on my lane and driving back to the truck to come finish fixing this. Neighbor stopped me and he wanted to have a little chat. He wasn't too happy. They were blocking his access out. Even though I never gave him permission to drive on my land, but the people he's renting the ground from said apparently I did get permission, which I did not. So he's going to take a different route out of here, which probably isn't as favorable for him because my lane's nicer than the route he has out of his ground. But yeah, he was throwing his arms out. He was kind of worked up, and I don't know if he's lying to me about certain things or not, but we'll see if this works. If it doesn't click, there we go. Looks like we're back in business. So, used to click. Oh, I knew that starter was going out for a while, but finally got it going. So that's a good feeling. Well, I brought all this hay home last night, so you can see there's some clover there. We're just loading on the truck. Well, you can't really see it too much. We're loading up 24 bales for delivery tonight about 5:30. There's our truck over there. We're trying to make things work. Things are kind of tight in this barnyard right now. Always are, but glad to see some hay moving out. I have some hay staged for another delivery whenever he's ready to take that. We got straw that's all pretty well sold. Just gonna need to get that delivered when he's ready. So it's a nice sunny morning here. Delivered 300 small square bales of straw last night. I guess we'll start with the beginning of yesterday. Got off work, then went and loaded up 5 bales of alfalfa, loaded up the skid steer, pulled that out of the woods to load up to go do a delivery. And he had about 2 inches of clearance of height on top of the skid steer on this alley that went to the alley the horses were in. And it was really tight trying to lift them up in the mow. Was even worse. You had to like slowly tilt back and lift at the same time while driving forward slowly. Otherwise the arms would hit. But if you go too far forward to lift, you'd be hitting with the bale and the stalls in front of you. So everything was just really, really tight. I mean, we're talking inches to spare. So we did that. That was about a half hour away to do that delivery. Came home and then brought these clover bales back from one of our rental barns. So I had them here to load, and then I brought these all home, moved around some hay, so stuff was organized for a couple deliveries we know we have coming up. Whenever that alfalfa is ready to go out, I have it staged and ready. So yeah, we're making some moves here. After we got that all unloaded, then went and loaded up 300 small square bales of straw. That got wrapped up, I think, about 9:30 at night. We got that all unloaded. And here we are again, loading out 24 bales of clover, because I want this tractor freed up to go mow hay today. We're gonna mow down some fourth cutting. Got on the phone with the landowner this morning here. He said he gave me the green light, so I'm ready to go do that. Just want to make sure we have stuff staged and ready, because this hay here is getting delivered around 5:30 tonight. I think it's maybe 20 minutes west of here, so that's not even too bad. But I'm figuring with the 18-mile drive and 25 acres to mow, we got at least 4 to 5 hours wrapped up there. So trying to get this loaded and then go to work, do a little bit of mowing quick, and then take off and go mow hay and then deliver hay. So nice to see things moving. It'll be nice to be back in some equipment and doing something. We've been in a drought, so it's good to see some hay to make again. I'm ready to get back in the fields. In case you're wondering why we raise goats, this is a prime example of some rain down hay. We took most of it all to auction just to get it offloaded and gone. Took a huge hit on it. It's not good stuff. It got rained on like 3 times, several inches of rain. It is pretty well just junk. I'm thinking they can get a little bit out of it. And we're gonna take this bale because this is what was left in the chamber. We got most of it out, and this is a short one. So I figured this is the only one of the bales we kept out of that 14 acres. I think we had less than a full trailer load. So it was under 24 bales, I think. Yeah. No, they're a good outlet for that. Hopefully this is the only rain down hay we make all year, because we're pretty well done and we got a really nice forecast. And it doesn't look horrible. I mean, some of it looks okay. Color's not great, but the leaf is in spots. You can tell some of it was way too wet when we baled it. I didn't want to wait around for it to get dry because it was just deteriorating so much faster. It had been raked a few times. It needed off and it needed done before we killed any more hay. It wasn't my ground. Landowner wasn't really badgering me or nothing, which was really nice, but I felt bad. I didn't want to kill any of his hay, being it was a new seeding. So, well, now we're out here doing chores for hogs this morning. If you're wondering why we have pigs, my wife does a lot of baking, does apples and everything like that. So we get this. We got all these watermelons from my dad, left over from his garden. So scraps like this makes for happy hogs if they find them. We'll get them their grain here shortly, but she makes about 10 to 15 pies a week. Definitely get plenty of scraps from the kitchen that way. Over here, it's definitely thin in spots, definitely short in spots, but there's some spots knee high and just beautiful hay, beautiful hay. But the PTO shaft came off of the tractor. I don't know what happened. I just heard a bang, and we're not mowing hay anymore, but nothing looks broken. I don't know if the collar wasn't snapped all the way. I had my wife help hook this up, so I can blame her, but I should have checked it. And negotiating with a toddler now. He wants Cheez-Its. They only taste good when they're out of the box. Apparently these ones are no good to him. Right, Luke? I don't think I'm gonna win this one. We got a sister down on the floor. Well, let's get back to it. We're mowing some hay now, and it's really, really nice stuff. Just thin in spots, that's for sure. This side of the field's definitely a lot better. Luke wants to be in the video right now. Should make field's all done. This little corner pocket that's a pain is done at least. Definitely doesn't seem like there's much out here. Should make some really nice hay though, so that's really what we're banking on is quality. I don't say quality over quantity because I'd love to have both, you know, but there's really no point in leaving it to grow anymore. I don't think the quality would have gone down a whole lot just this time of year, but I don't think we would have gained any quantity, and we had a good window to make it, so we're just going to knock it down and be done. Beautiful. We're here at the clover field. Time to start mowing. He said it's about 15 acres, but I think the north end here, or sorry, west end here is probably not going to be worth mowing, so it might only be like 10 acres. So you can see that's all pretty short. It's not even that tall over into this area. But got the hay delivered. Mowed 25 acres down before this. We'll do another 10 or 15 here and call it a night. Sun's setting. It's only 7 o'clock. I am not ready for fall sunsets that early. Maybe it'll give me more time to catch up on some reading. Well, this stuff's a little thicker than that fourth cutting alfalfa. I believe it's a stubble clover, but I'm not seeing any straw in it. It's 10 acres of some custom mowing. It's literally right on my way home, about 4 miles from the house, which is awesome. It's about an 18-mile drive home from the field I was in, and this is right off the road that I'm the main road that I'm taking back home. So really convenient. But he called me when I was about half done mowing that fourth cutting and asked if I wanted to custom mow, rake, and bale this for him. So we'll be doing that. Well, this will be getting round baled, I believe, is what he's wanting to do. Some nice looking clover though.